So I was at the gym today, and I started not to go to the gym because I wasn't, really motivated. But I pushed myself to go anyways. So I was having some conversations today with some intelligent people. And I'm not, when I say intelligent people, I'm not talking about smart people. I'm talking about intelligent people because intelligent people question shit and they ask questions and they form their own opinions and they deal with it and fact based processes if you have all the information. So again, I'm sure, and I'm not sure, I'm positive that when the election was going on between Biden and Trump, and when this whole coronavirus started in January 20, and when Trump was on TV all those days for 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and nobody watched the shit that didn't like Trump. And anybody that liked Trump, they watched the shit. But all the thing people was checking for was coronavirus shit. They did not listen to anything that was going on with what the each party was running on. One of the things they was running on, they were saying Social Security. Social Security is draining too much money out of the country. They talked about homelessness, especially down there in San Francisco in California because it's nice weather and the homeless population is out of control. And they were like, well, Trump said, well, I'm going to do something about that. So what Trump, Biden, or whoever the fuck, you got millions and millions of people homeless. What could the government do about millions and millions of people homeless? I'm sure none of you all have their actual set. What can they do? Because they not finna just start giving people money and taking them off the street and putting them in houses. That's not gonna happen. And we know that the biggest population that drains money, that collects money from Social Security, are older people, and most of the older people are where? In nursing homes. Where I work at, I've been there going on 14 years this year. And one of our situations that we're trying to, transition people from nursing homes to home. I mean, because people do better at home. But family members can't take care of their family who may need, around the clock care with the amount of money that, the government pays them. But it's like the government pays these nursing homes $2,000 a day or whatever for these nursing homes. Why wouldn't you let these people go home? Their family be able to make a nice wage to take care of them, and you don't have to worry about it. You know why? Because these people that own these nursing homes put money in politician pockets. But you stupid motherfuckers are too dumb to even think about shit like that. Because you've been brainwashed. So the whole coronavirus shit is, again, the coronavirus is real. Because I'm sure they monetize the shit out of people when they try to. But again, nobody sits around. When I talk to people and I bring up the fact that this wasn't a natural situation, they have shit to say and they just be like, oh. And just like they were talking to Dr. Fauci the other day. And they asked Dr. Fauci about the coronavirus being, manufactured in the Wuhan lab where Dr. Fauci and the government here was giving them money to do tests on viruses and changing them and this and that. And Dr. Fauci was like, yeah, it was for specific things, and they gave us data on the viruses and shit they was working on, so they couldn't have did that to the coronavirus. How lame of a fucking excuse is that? And then he went on to say, I didn't come here for this. I came here to talk about solutions. That's what criminals do, motherfucker, when they get caught. You stupid motherfuckers. So, again, if you want to save money on Social Security, and we know elderly people and people with disabilities who aren't able to work, etc., are getting the most money from the government, how do you fix that? So, when the coronavirus came out, it was 14 days quarantine, right? Get tested. We get a new variant out. It goes down to 10 days. And the new variant, even though quote unquote it is supposed to be no worse than the original coronavirus, but it's more contagious. So if it's more contagious, you go from 14 days to 10 days and now down to 5 days. And you sending workers back to the hospitals and these nursing homes, probably still infected even though if they've been vaccinated, because we have been told and shown that even if you vaccinated, you still get the coronavirus. So yes, the hospitals are being overran because the workers in there are giving motherfuckers the coronavirus. Not even knowing, because they following what the CDC and your government is telling you. Now, if you think your government is able to do systematic racism, didn't let women vote and all this other evil and mean shit, but you believe your government and everything that they say about this shit? You know how dumb that is? Come on. That's like living with somebody. Your significant other is whooping your ass on a regular basis. You don't whoop your ass every day, maybe once, twice a month. And you know that. But he comes in the house late every day, or she comes in the house late every day. Some days she don't show up. But he or she tells you, I'm not cheating on you though. And you be like, well, you probably not, because you just said that, and then I ain't got no evidence you cheating on me. But he whooping your ass, or he whooping your ass on a regular basis. But he ain't coming home, or she ain't coming home. But because you ain't got no evidence, but your brain apparently needs to be told what to think. I'm just gonna leave that shit right there. And I don't watch like very mainstream TV, and it's hard for me to watch cartoons. So I was talking to one of my guys today at the gym. And this is not the first time I heard that, but they were talking about how the Simpsons have predicted like all this shit that had happened in real life. You think that shit is a coincidence, you stupid motherfuckers? You honestly believe that all these years that the Simpsons been on TV, that everything that they did to motherfucking cartoons is a coincidence, you stupid, dumb motherfuckers? I'm sorry I'm saying this shit this way, but it's hilarious. No, because they telling you what happens. And I keep trying to tell people, you all sit around and watch movies, cartoons, and you all just think because they movies or they cartoons, that this shit ain't real. Your government has to have you agree with shit for them to do it. And they can't not do something without you having knowledge of it. So they put these shits in movies and cartoons, and you motherfuckers sit there and watch this shit, and then in your little pea-ass brain, you think that this shit is just coincidence. How can The Simpsons be the longest running TV show in history, and it keeps predicting all this shit, and it's just coincidence? And all the movies, The Matrix and all this shit, how they giving you what the fuck is going on, and you all don't even pay attention to it because your mind is, you've been brainwashed, and all they do is got us fighting down here against each other while they slowly, we are slowly being pushed into the fucking house. They don't just come out and do something, you stupid motherfuckers. You see that they got that Peloton bike, that Peloton workout commercial where people can work out at home instead of going to the gym. You tell it, and now they doing that metaverse shit. You know what's gonna happen? And it might not even be fully happening in our lifetime, but it's gonna happen. That's what they're gearing towards. People are gonna be living in their multiverse inside their house. Everything they're gonna do is gonna be manufactured, and you gonna be in your house while the government got you under control, and you're gonna be so fucking brainwashed. Even the whole thing with this Beyond Food. Bill Gates is behind Beyond Food. And Beyond Food is made with soy products and given all this flavor. And yeah, certain shit you shouldn't be eating. But if everybody starts eating Beyond Food instead of regular food, who has control over your food? And can dictate what you get, when you get it, and you don't know what the fuck they putting in. Now, you're going to call me a conspiracy theorist, but this is me paying attention to shit. Ain't nobody came and told me this. Then I started just having conversations with people and I listen. Cause I'm being a Virgo. One thing that Virgos do, and I try to stop. We overanalyze everything. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, especially when it comes to relationships. Other times it can be a great thing for shit like this. So, come on, man. Y'all got to wake up. And like I said, I told them, I'm not voting. I'm not ever voting again. We did all that organization for that Black Lives Matter shit. Me and my colleagues / friends. We did the first accessible march in the country. And I told them I wouldn't vote because I didn't like Biden or Trump. And everybody was like, if you don't vote, you can't vote for Trump. I went out there and voted. And what has Biden done since he's been in office? Absolutely nothing. And because they got Kamala Harris, who is a woman, and then she a black woman, all you stupid motherfuckers ran out there and voted based on a character, motherfucker. They put a woman and a black woman, and all the women was like, hey, let's go. It's more than tea in that cup that you all are sipping. Has to be. So let's just continue to watch it. And I suggest that you all start paying attention. Paying attention to what's going on in the world. Fuck all this extra shit. You can make time for that. Sure you can. But what you really should be worried about is the shit that is going on in the world. And they talking about China, it wasn't a sun, whatever the fuck China is doing. And they made like a heat thing that burns a million times hotter than the sun. And then y'all homie Bill Gates then bought all this land up and he making this big ass tech thing. What you think they doing that for? Huh? So Bill Gates even said there's entirely too many people on this planet. And we're destroying the planet. Right? Everybody heard that. And most of us are useful eaters, they say. We're nothing. So people who have money and the 1% got us down here fighting over, first it was racism, now we going fighting over vaccinated and non-vaccinated. But you got stupid ass people going out to have dinner where you got to walk into the fucking restaurant with your mask on, but you can take it off once you get ready. Look at the CDC. You go. Don't. This shit is all over the place, and they know that you all are dumb. And they know that you all don't pay attention to shit. They know that you all need to be told. Every time you look at something on Instagram or YouTube and social media, and it's something that's, knocking the vaccine, underneath there, they put, for real answers. Go to this website. They literally telling y'all, fuck what these other people talking about. Go to this is where their real information will. But they don't talk about people who've gotten sick, people who have died, people who had adverse reactions to the fucking vaccinations. And I'm just gonna put this out there, and I just think this is what it is. A lot of these people that are dying, they saying they're dying from COVID, they are having adverse reactions to the fucking vaccine. People don't automatically tell you that. That's why they sign papers and then people are like, well, they do that for everything. Shut the fuck up. This is something new. They tell you that they didn't told us we don't know what these vaccines going to do to people in the long run. So just because you got vaccinated 2 months ago, 3 weeks ago, and then nothing happened then, don't mean that nothing happen later. And then you go get vaccinated again, then you get the booster shot. Come on. Oh, all right. And then for people who already got immune deficiencies and shit like that, then you introducing this vaccination to your body. You think your immune system is already weak and it ain't gonna be. Come on, listen, man. Go pick up something heavy. Do something with your life before I do. This is insane. Have a good night. And the Bucks Golden State ass.